welcome to anovelconsole, your weekly podcast where we talk about games, books, food, and stuff that caught our attention during the week. That's the incorrect order. My name is Chris.
You totally screwed that up.
Yep, my name is Chris, and with me is my beautiful co-host and wife, Karradyne.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I am good. How are you?
Doing much better?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
For the most part.
For the most part?
Yeah, we're getting there.
Good.
We're climbing up the hill.
Good.
Running up the hill.
You don't even like that song?
No, I really don't. I'm fucking sick of it. But the radio plays it like 4 times an hour. Drives me nuts.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
Kind of. It's also been how long since that episode? Aren't people over it now?
Like 3 months?
Yeah, right? Jeez.
I think so, right?
Yeah, because it was before my surgery.
Right.
Because I started watching it because I was jealous of the Eddie scene.
With Master of Puppets.
Yeah.
Which is actually just Doom's first level song.
Yeah. That. Okay, come on.
Yep. Hey, if this is your first time or 111th time coming into the show, welcome. We're glad you're with us. I can't talk today. What's going on?
You're going to have to do some serious editing.
I am not. Thank you for joining us for an episode of A Novel Console. We hope you stick around, have some laughs, and don't forget to follow us on our social. And if you want to reach out, do it over email at anovelconsole@gmail.com and our socials at anovelconsole everywhere. Wow, I fucked up the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Are you okay?
No, I think I'm having a stroke.
From all the ibuprofen and liquor you drank yesterday?
Yes.
Way to go.
I'm so stupid. Okay. All right. So what I'm basically telling is, if you want to reach us, just find us on socials, which are at anovelconsole everywhere, or email us at anovelconsole@gmail.com. You can also support the show on Patreon at patreon.com/anovelconsole. Yes.
Tell your friends to check out the show because every single listen and review helps. Please. You can leave us a review on most platforms like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, all those places. Reviews help us be more discoverable. We also have our own A Novel Console Discord, so if you want to join, send us an email or check out our Twitter and look for the pinned tweet. My mental health is climbing up that mountain, which makes me think of that Miley Cyrus song, "The Climb." Nope. It's the climb. So we're getting there. I posted on Bookstagram today for the first time
in a month
that I haven't been obligated to do. Well, so it is sad. I was telling you the other night that I was looking at my page and like I just noticed like I've posted significantly less in 2022 than any other year that I've been on there. This is my 3rd year or 4th year. I started it in 2019, right? Or was it 2018?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I think it was 2019. Just seeing like just how little I've posted this year, like how quickly I was able to scroll back to like Christmas. It is September 25th and I have posted like less than 10 times this month when I was posting at least once a day, if not more.
Yeah.
In my prime. I've lost a lot of followers, a lot.
Enough that you're under 10,000?
No.
Okay.
No, nothing like that. But yeah, I'm. It'll be okay.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
I'm getting there.
Yeah, you're moving on.
Yeah.
You know what's not fine?
What?
How fucking people act when there's a storm coming.
Oh my God. I can't. And you know what? I bet that someone we know did a racist thing and blamed all the Puerto Ricans for buying up all the water. Because they're scarred.
Oh, Lord. Should we say who it is?
No, we shouldn't.
Oh, my God.
No.
That person.
We definitely shouldn't.
That person just needs a lobotomy to make their life easier.
Yeah, it's pretty shitty. Yep. But that bitch in line behind us, she needed a smack in the face.
She pissed me the fuck off.
She needed I am so glad that those employees were not going to put up with her shit. I am so glad we were not at Walmart where everybody would have just ignored it.
Yep.
No.
That lady behind us with her fucking 5 kids, right?
No, it was just her and one other person.
No, she had kids with her.
Did she?
She did.
Oh.
I
was uncomfortable.
She is the first person in the zombie apocalypse to hoard all the supplies and dies first.
Yeah.
And then all the supplies are lost because she took them with her.
Yeah. You're so right. You're so right. So we went to Costco Friday after work because Friday morning is when all the weather people were like, yeah, we might get hit.
Might.
Well, it was also developing really, really quickly. It had developed into a depression or whatever, and they were expecting it to develop into a tropical storm before the night was over. So yeah, we went to Costco with one of our friends, and there were no carts.
There were.
There were?
Yeah, there were.
Oh, there were no carts the other day when we went before.
Yes.
Okay, never mind.
That day
Ignore
it was
that
raining
part. Okay.
when we went by ourselves, and
So ignore
there were
me.
no carts.
Ignore that part. And the line for the damn water was almost out the door, and the water at Costco was in the very back.
But it was moving very quickly.
It was. It moved very, very quickly. I don't think we were in that line for more than 5 minutes.
No.
But all the toilet paper was.
Well, you were in the line. I was grabbing like shit off of the side.
But not
aisles
toilet
and whatnot.
paper.
No, not toilet paper because everybody ate the fucking toilet paper like they always do.
Yes, because toilet paper is more important than water.
Yes. Yes.
Logic.
Yes. So, I went out today to buy water for me for the week because I drink about 5 gallons of water a week.
And he won't drink from my water filter.
So I completely forgot to buy water for me when we went to Costco. And I didn't think about going to Walmart or Aldi to get more water. So I went out to get water today, and I couldn't find water anywhere except for in Bravo, and it was $2 a gallon. So I bought 2 gallons.
Which is ridiculous.
I said, fuck this. I will figure this out some other way. So, yeah, I paid $4 for 2 gallons of water. That was not good. That was kind of shitty.
Yeah.
What should be the worst water I've had in my entire life? What should be like some distilled spring water that just tastes like bear piss?
Probably.
Oh, God. I hate
Probably.
that. Yeah, but there's something that is just as dreadful that I sent you on, what's it called, on Instagram the other day. Do you remember what it was?
Something dreadful that you sent me on Instagram? No, I don't remember.
Naked Martha Stewart.
Oh, Lord.
You didn't see it?
No.
No? She's like promoting some Green Mountain
you just sent
coffee.
me a message on WhatsApp. I didn't see.
I told you to check your Instagram.
Oh.
She is naked with just an apron.
Oh.
And I am surprised that her skin looks so tight, where it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's rich. She can pay for all the super fancy things to make herself look young.
But it's Martha Stewart.
I know. She's a bitch.
Oh, God.
Can't stand her.
Why would you pay Martha Stewart to be naked promoting your coffee? Aren't there better people to pay to be naked promoting coffee?
Oh, 1,000%.
I mean,
Like, oh gosh, who? You could pay Jason Momoa to be naked and promote your coffee.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Every day.
I mean, if by pay you mean hit him with a baseball bat, then yes.
Did you see he got his tattoo on his head?
Fucking stand him.
That shit looked painful.
He's such a tryhard.
It looks so painful.
I would have paid Jennifer Aniston. That would have been better than Martha Stewart.
You don't even really think Jennifer Aniston is hot.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Anybody but Martha.
She's looking a little rough these days. I think she's had too much Botox. Jennifer. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, her face looks a little weird. It doesn't move the way it's supposed to.
Does anybody's face in Hollywood move the way that it's supposed to?
Good point. She still looks better than Courtney Cox.
I don't know what she looks like.
She's the brunette in Friends.
She
looks real rough.
I thought you meant Kurt Cobain's ex-wife.
No, that's Courtney Love.
Oh, what's the difference?
Oh my God. Okay, have a good week, everybody. Bye.
Let's move on from that. This week, mainly Thursday and Friday nights, I watched Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Yes.
It is the Cyberpunk anime, which apparently takes place a year before the game. And you see a lot of locations from the game in the show. And like a lot of the areas that you see in the show are actually areas that you go through in the entire game. Like you actually walk through these places thousands of times in the game where they put the show in. And this show is fucking incredible. I loved it. It is made by Studio Trigger, which are the same people who did Kill la Kill, which is fucking classic anime. It's super good. And it is action heavy. It is emotionally charged. It is bloody. It is super creative. Like they took like all the little details from Cyberpunk that you just get used to and you just completely ignore, like phone calls. And they just like put them into the show and like made those details like not front and center, but like you know that they're there. Like so when you call, like the same ringtone that you hear in the game is used in the show. And the windows show up with the person talking. There's a little log of what each of you are talking about, and they talk with their brains on these phone calls, or they can just say the stuff out and the person still hears them. But it's so wow, it's so impressive. The amount of detail and love that they put into this anime, it's so fucking good. It's so worth it. Like I watched it and I personally didn't feel like I wanted to go and play Cyberpunk again because I played it so recently and I did every single fucking ending. So I feel like I have been vindicated and I've taken my revenge in the game. So everybody should just watch this anime and be ruined and have to play the game because everybody needs to play fucking Cyberpunk because it is an incredible game. It's probably in my top 10 right now.
Even after all that hate, it turned out to be good.
I never hated it.
I know, I'm saying the public hate.
Oh, yeah. No, and people are still saying it's a shit game and they haven't even played it.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. So, like, what? Why? Why would you haven't played it now and everybody's saying, oh, it's good, it's fixed. But, really?
Mob mentality.
Yeah, unfortunately. You know what else gave me mob mentality?
What?
My roast.
Oh, my Lord. You're so proud of yourself.
Mm-hmm. I am. I loved it.
I'm proud of you, too. You're going to save us some money in the long run.
You hate roasts, and you loved this.
It was good. It was pretty good. Pretty good.
And I am very proud of it because you liked it. That's the only reason why I'm so proud
I should have
of it.
pretended I didn't like it.
Oh, you're so full of shit. You loved it.
I did really like it.
You were like, I gave you a piece of the meat by itself last night. And I'm like, Karradyne, I think you're going to like this because it doesn't taste like roast.
It did taste like roast.
And you're like, it tastes like roast. And then I make mine and I ask you, do you want a bite? And you take a bite and you're like, okay.
He made it into the sandwich.
You're like, okay, it's good. Actually, it's really fucking good. Can you make me one? You went from like, I don't want it to, can you make me one in like 3 chews?
We had midnight sandwiches, midnight snack sandwiches. Yeah, it was
Midnight
pretty good.
foot-long sandwiches.
Yeah.
Italian roast beef
Well, yours
sandwiches.
was a foot long. I had mine on a hot dog bun.
Yeah. So it's really easy to make. It's basically 3 pounds of chuck in a, what's it called? A crock pot with
Beef broth,
14.5 ounce can of beef broth.
aka a traditional regular can.
Yep, a can, not a cardboard bottle. What's it called? Italian seasoning. And then you just need garden mix and buns to put it in.
I think those pepperoncinis made a big difference, though. You dumping in.
Oh
those,
yeah. I did put in a quarter jar.
You didn't have to do that, right? You just
no,
did...
yes.
Oh,
I
you
did.
do?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
I thought that was a you thing.
No, because you have to put in the pepperoncinis and the pepperoncini juice. So
I see.
Because we had a full quart, which is exactly what the recipe asked for, I just cut them up and dumped the juice in.
It was real good.
And you know that while it was cooking, I kept opening every couple of hours just to,
which you're not supposed to do.
Just to stir the meat around because some of it was poking out of the liquid, and I would take a sip of the stock or the juice or whatever from it, and it was so fucking burny. It wasn't even spicy. It just burnt when it went down. Like acid burn, like a battery burn. And I'm happy that that went away because that juice is fucking delicious now. Yeah, this is a win. I think this roast beef sandwich is probably up there next in my favorite food. Like it's this and codfish salad with roots. Those my two favorite foods. Yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna eat this a whole lot more, and you're gonna get sick of it, and I am not gonna care.
You know what I really want?
What?
Something you get sick of.
Salmon bowls?
No.
What?
White chicken chili.
You should do
I
that
just
soon.
wish it would be colder.
You can do white chicken chili some.
I know.
We're getting in
yeah,
that
it's getting
season.
coolish.
Yeah.
Ish. It's more bearable when you walk out the door.
Yeah. I'm not fucking sweating immediately.
Immediately, yeah.
Yeah.
Within the first 10 minutes.
Yeah. Do you have something for us?
Do I have something for us?
Yes.
A toy?
Maybe.
I believe I do.
All right.
It's really, really weird.
Is it?
It's really weird.
What is it?
I think it's really weird. I'm sending it to you.
Oh boy, where are you sending it?
I'm going to send it to Discord.
Our Discord?
To our Discord.
Okay.
So these are called the Easy Beat eggs.
Okay. I don't see it. Where did you send it?
I'm working on it.
Easy Beat Eggs.
Easy Beat.
Okay, let me take a wild guess. They are little portable speakers that you put inside your vagina.
That would be really strange. No, that is not what they are.
Oh man, I feel like those would be $1 million idea. Like you would get to play your favorite music inside of you.
Oh my god, I can't.
What the hell?
So
Are they
I
like
was
Kinder
really
eggs?
confused at first, but yeah. So you would open them up like a Kinder egg,
Okay.
and inside of each one you have a different texture. So if you scroll through the photos, you can see a diagram of the different textures inside, and you pull it down over your dick.
What?
Yeah, it's stretchy.
Why does
The
that one look
inside
like
of
a
the
cheese
egg.
grater?
Good question. The mesh one, it's mesh.
What the
They're
hell?
single-use things because some of the comments complain that they tear, and they commented back and they're like, these are single-use items. But they have some pretty good reviews, honestly. Somebody
Wow.
said, I bought these to use on my partner and we both love them. We love grabbing a blindfold for him and then I choose which egg to use. It's been great. Mess free and lots of fun. Definitely recommend these for solo and couple play. Yeah.
They are They're fantastic. They hug your cock so good, and I love the way it wraps around my cock head. And
my
I can
God.
see it on the downward stroke.
I can't.
That person really liked it.
I can't.
I like a few better than the other, but they are great. This was one of the best personal toys I've ever bought. True satisfaction. I like the simplicity of these eggs. Easy to clean, comes with great lube, and inconspicuous. I will buy these again. They look like fucking Kinder eggs. Like,
They do. They really do.
Not Kinder eggs, Cadbury eggs.
They look like little Easter eggs. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
cute little candy
And don't
kid eggs.
some Cadbury eggs come in like a little container like this, a little plastic container with 6 eggs in it?
I think so.
Yeah, that's it. Looks like
That's weird.
Imagine getting confused in Halloween and handing
Oh
these
my
out.
God.
It's gonna be a very confused 5-year-old somewhere. Okay, there's a middling review right here. So far, I've only used 3 of the 6 eggs, and so far, I'd say they're all right. The textures haven't really impressed me as much as I was hoping. My purchase came with free Pocket Tenga Crystal Mist, which I personally love, though. Glad I caught it at promotion where I could try it for free. Sadly, though, as a one-time use item, it's a little expensive for my taste. But overall, it wasn't a bad experience. The eggs themselves are quite interesting as a whole. The material feels nice, and the loop really makes the whole experience even more enjoyable. I'd recommend getting them during a promo, some kind of cut down on the expense. If I get any more, I'll definitely try another pack to see what the others feel like. I mean, that's a very middle of the road review.
This one confuses me, and they
one?
don't know the difference between then and than. Better than expected. Literally enjoy them more than sex. After I burst through my egg, I flipped it inside out and used it like a cocktail sleeve on my partner. What?
The hell's a cocktail sleeve?
What?
Okay, so I will agree that they are a little bit expensive. They are $39 for 6 eggs. Now, do you get to choose your eggs when you buy them?
They have like 3 different packs that you can choose from.
Oh.
And it shows you which textures you're getting with each one. So,
I see.
yeah.
What is surfer sensation?
I think I saw that
What
one.
is a shiny sensation?
I know. How do you make a misty egg?
How do you make a thunder?
Yeah, good. A shiny,
A shiny, yeah. Like, what the
Cloudy.
fuck?
tornado.
I can understand tornado. Yeah, I can understand sphere and silky, but
But tornado looks the same as tube, honestly.
that's what?
As tube.
Oh,
You
and
see
the
it
bottom?
at the bottom?
Yeah, it kind of looks the same.
And then, I don't know, like mesh and silky and wavy all look similar. I don't know. It's interesting.
Thunder is weird. I don't know how you get thunder or surfer.
Oh, look. 2 of the variety packs are on sale for a whopping $37.83.
Let's get some.
Egg variety pack, hard boiled. I can't. Thunder crater, misty, cloudy. What does misty look like? Oh, that's interesting, huh?
Okay, there's some instructions here. How to use: remove film, open egg, remove lubricant, apply lubricant, insert, enjoy. I am kind of interested about these.
Somebody said that
wondering.
they're really nice because there's no spillage, and when you pull it off, everything stays inside. So then you just throw it away. Supposedly. Oh, but then another person said if you're well endowed, they don't work that well, and it popped pretty quickly after like a minute. So if you got a tiny dick, they'll work for you really well.
Oh, so they'll work for me wonderfully.
Oh my god!
Because I have a little pinky.
I can't. Your parents listen to this. My parents listen to this. Please stop. Oh god.
This was a very good find. You did very well.
Thank you.
How do you manage to do
I
this?
Googled super weird sex toys, and unfortunately, I've clicked on most of the links. But today, it gave me my
fresh
first
new
link
one?
that was not clicked. The second one was. Yeah,
You
it didn't
did
have.
well.
It didn't really have any other weird ones. They had like stupid things like My Little Pony butt plug tails. Yeah. So random shit like that. But these, I was like, what? So I went to their specific website. And sure enough, because it was one of those stupid list ones that don't explain what any of them are.
Yeah,
So
they
I
just
just
show
see
them
an
and
egg
that's it.
carton and I'm like, what the fuck is this? An egg beater.
Some of these look weird. Like I can just like from seeing the textures and just imagine what they would feel like. I don't think these would be very fun. But apparently they are, so I might be wrong. All right, are you ready for Read and Plays?
I'm ready.
All right, this is Read and Plays. All right, wife, do you want to explain what Read and Plays is for our listeners?
Reads and Plays is where we give updates on things we have just finished or are currently doing or yeah. Just finished, currently doing updates on the reading and the playing
Yes.
in the lifetiming.
Yep.
Yeah.
Instead of reviews.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of reviews,
But
because
next week
reviews
we're going.
suck.
Next week we're going back to reviews. 'Cause
Says who?
it's horror month.
Oh,
Just for a
right.
month. Yeah. And then we got 2 more that we have to do for before the end of the year, at least. Well, we got to do a couple. Never
2
mind.
more what?
Anyways, reviews.
Oh,
So today I sent out a tweet, right? Because I'm a famous tweeter now that I have 100 followers.
yeah, so famous. Look at us. Woo.
And I said, hey, we're recording tomorrow's episode later on today. Tell us what you've been reading and playing for us to shout you out on the episode. So we have Thrak, our buddy Thrak.
Sweet.
Yep. Guess what he's doing?
What is he doing?
He's reading his school books.
Oh, that's so boring.
Yep. But guess what he's playing?
What?
Dragon Quest.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Dragon Quest 3 to
Why
be
did
specific.
I even ask?
Yeah, so he had said that he was getting sick and tired of waiting for more news on the Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D HD remake.
Oh,
I don't know, the remake that they're doing that's going to look like Octopath and Live Alive and all that. So he's sick of waiting for news for that, and he said, I can't wait to play it, so I'm just going to play the original version because it's on Switch. So yeah, that's what he's playing.
very nice.
I kind of want to jump into Dragon Quest sometime soon. And then we have From Under the Apron podcast. They are actually the ones who helped us reach 100 people.
Thank you from Under the Apron.
Yes, because they've shouted us out 2 weeks in a row on their People You May podcast you need to follow post that they do.
Very nice of them.
Yep, very, very nice. I asked them if they wanted to, what was it? What did I ask them exactly? Let me see here. Oh boy, this is a lot of tweets.
Just say what they're doing.
No, because I exited out of that page.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah. I said I think it might be I think it might be easier to just go to the profile and just look at my tweets or whatever. Okay, so here we go. Nope, can't see it.
Oh, my
This
Lord.
is awful. What the fuck, Twitter?
What are you doing?
Get your shit together, Twitter. Let's see here. Oh man, this is gonna be awful. Okay, here we go. Finally. Oh my, 2 weeks in a row. Are you trying to flatter me or get in my pants?
Oh, my God. I cannot.
And they said, I mean, both is good. So yeah, they're trying to get in my pants.
That's ridiculous.
Yes, my pants are a bit tight though. All right. So they said that they are still playing Marvel's Avengers, even though many have given up on it, which I don't blame them. I played the beginning of it, and then it went into open mission structures with no real way to play, direction to play them in, and that was before they did all the updates and shit. So I just immediately gave up. I fucking noped out of there faster than I could. It said, and since She-Hulk is on Disney Plus at the moment, I've went back to read her comic book, Superhuman Law Volume 2. I should read She-Hulk. For as big as a boner I have for her, maybe I should read her comics too, shouldn't I?
Maybe.
Yeah. It's not Tatiana Maslany, but...
Gives you something new to read at night in bed when I want you to turn off your screen.
Yeah. Yeah, because right now I'm reading manga, and I'm not reading anything decent, because my mangas are all on fucking hiatus, or, I gotta wait weeks for them to come out.
Yeah, just read She-Hulk. You got lots of material to go through.
Yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks for answering my question, guys. All right, Karradyne, what have you been reading?
Let's see. I am finally...
I have here Magdala.
Oh, well, I guess we'll start there. Okay, so I got approved for this campaign, for this book, Magdala. It's not something I would normally read because it is the lost story of Mary Magdalene.
What?
You know who Mary Magdalene is?
Yeah. Wasn't that the hooker that Jesus hung out with?
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
She was a hooker, right?
Well, yeah, I think... I don't remember. Lady of the Night.
Yeah.
I wonder if she wore an outfit like that lady we saw on OBT recently. That was something else.
Yeah, those are some booty cheeks.
Yeah. No, this is something I wouldn't normally read, but it's actually pretty decent. It's an indie author. But it basically is, it basically says it's historical fiction. She's not claiming that this is what happened with Mary Magdalene and Jesus. But in this story, Mary Magdalene and Jesus definitely get married and bang and are having a baby when he gets crucified. Ah! She's preggers and he's up on a cross getting brutally murdered. And she has to watch it happen.
And the baby ends up giving birth to more people that lead up to Tom Cruise.
What?
I don't know.
Oh my god, I can't.
Then he renounces his great grandfather's religion and goes to Scientology.
I can't. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty interesting. It's like, it's cool to see a different take on the story. Man, biblical stories are really fucked up. A lot of them.
Yeah.
Especially the one that we talked about the one night that we had friends over, where when the angels come and they're like wanting to do bad things to the angels.
Oh, Sodom and Gomorrah?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And what's his face is like, oh, but you can have my daughters instead.
And they're like, no, we want the angels.
And then there's that one story about the girls who get their dad drunk to have sex with him so that they can have babies. Yeah. I'm like, our parents told us to read that when we were children. But Harry Potter is the devil.
If I'm not mistaken, I think there was one time at church that story came up during like Bible study. Because Fridays was youth
led church or something? Or
it was
what?
like the youth
focus or
the youth service. And after youth service, there was like Bible study on Friday nights, and somehow that story came up, and the lady giving the class was backpedaling so hard, trying to explain the story away.
I'm like, no, you can't justify this.
And everybody was just like so uncomfortable with it. They were just trying to not even question it at all, so she would stop talking about the story, and she was just trying to explain it away in the most PG way possible because it's still church.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
oh man, that was uncomfortable.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right, so my first game is Platoon 3.
Platoon?
Platoon instead
What do you
Splatoon.
like? Plateau with tunes? Platoon? What?
A platoon isn't a platoon a military group?
Shh. Don't question it.
No, it's Platoon 3.
Hey, I told you to play that.
Yeah, I put in like 4 hours into it. I haven't put a lot of time into it. And it's good. It's fun. It's way more fun than 2.
Good.
Like, they do have a single player aspect to them. And you basically have like a little hub with a bunch of little like grates that you go into, and then there's your level to beat, and you clear up more of the hub by breaking apart like some fussy octopus tentacles that are around. By sending in your rabid little salmon companion to eat the octopus stuff. So that's kind of adorable because he's like all fucked up and not there. Like his eyes are pointing different ways, and he's little and fat and stubby, and he's just like waddling around on the floor on his wiener because it's like his front part, right?
Ew.
So it wouldn't be his butthole because his fin is pointing backwards.
Ew.
Yeah, so, anyways, it's fun. Like it's more fast paced than 2. The multiplayer is still a lot of fun. You get your squad of 4 versus their squad of 4, and whoever paints the most floor win. And I'm enjoying it. Like the online is very solid. I feel like the level progression is very quick because I went from like being a nobody to actually being able to equip different weapons and clothing pretty fast.
Being a somebody.
Yeah, because you start off and you can't do anything. You have to get to like level 4 before you can actually be able to buy different weapons or clothing and shit. And I got to level 4 in like 20 minutes. I just had to play like 4 multiplayer games. And those go by really quick. You get into them really quick, and then they go by really quick.
Impressive.
And I don't know, like I think I'm going to hop into it, just like focus, beat the main story. Because it's actually fun. Like the first one just felt like a fucking chore just to get through the stages. This one, no. This one is like, go through the stage with this weapon, then you can go through the stage with this weapon, then you can go through the stage with this weapon, and the weapons are so different that it kind of changes the dynamic of the stage. You have one that's kind of like a fucking bow and arrow that you shoot ink out of, and then another one's fucking shotgun that's an umbrella that you can shoot ink out of. So you like shoot and you leave it open, and whenever they shoot at you, the ink just like falls on the umbrella so it doesn't hit you. You got paint rollers, paint brushes, buckets filled with paint. It's just creative and fun. It's very, very fun. So that's a very good game that came out recently.
Very nice.
Yeah, really like it. Next, I have Harry Potter. What the fuck?
Oh my gosh, don't what the fuck me. So, you know how I read the Sorcerer's Stone back at the beginning of the year, the illustrated version?
No.
That huge book?
No.
You know I did.
I don't.
Well, I was going to read the other two illustrated, or the other three. The other three? Yeah. The other three illustrated books this year finally. So they're just sitting on my shelves unread. And the fifth illustrated book comes out next month. So I thought I'd finally sit down and read the Chamber of Secrets illustrated. And it's fun. So it's fun, but I also am now picking out like really fat phobic comments. Obviously she's using it to describe like Harry's family that's not pleasant, but at the same time, like, I'm really glad that I didn't read these books as a kid with the discerning eye that I have now, that is kind of offended by the way she puts these things. She just makes it sound like being fat is the worst thing in the world. Kind of like those Great and Terrible Beauty books, and Carmen and I were picking up on all the fat phobic things.
That's one of the ones that you need to review this year.
Yeah, we need to do that last book. Carmen, let me know when you're ready
And,
to finally sit down and read that long ass book.
The last two.
We should probably start reading now.
Last two
No, that
Dragon
can
Ball
wait. That can wait till 2023.
You got to do one more this year. Right. Yeah.
But yeah, super fat phobic in terms of Dudley and Uncle Vernon. It's just nasty ways she puts it. But I like the illustrations. And I mean, it's still my childhood. I don't know. Am I ever going to be able to break away from it? I've definitely broken away from it a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
How
yeah. Well, when I was with Alan the other day, I was telling him that I sold my entire Funko Pop collection, and I couldn't remember the words for the mandrakes. I was like, I kept all three kids with their earmuffs when they're holding the little whatchamacallits, and he's like, mandrakes? I was like, oh yeah, that thing. My gears have definitely shifted way more to Lord of the Rings. I always liked Lord of the Rings more, but I've definitely let Harry Potter like sit over on the back burner in the back corner of the back cabinet of the back whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Harry.
It's fair. I mean,
Joe ruined you.
That's
another thing. I can't talk about it on Bookstagram, so
you can talk about it.
I'm
here.
like slightly less motivated to
like,
read it.
Where's that'll happen here is that Burger Champ will tune out and Dave will pay attention and then be like, Harry Potter.
Oh my god.
On the Discord.
I can't.
So, yeah. I don't know. I feel like we're 30. Harry Potter.
We're older than that.
Harry Potter never had any impact on me at all because one, it's magic.
I know, which still baffles me.
I hate magic and I hate school. So that combination to me is fucking toxic. It's like fucking mustard gas.
It's the only good magic school.
No, it's not. And to you, it works because you like magic and whatnot. So it made sense to you. You liked it growing up. And now you're kind of like, I'm over the school thing because I'm not in school. I can't relate anymore, but it's still, I like it.
Yeah, it's like a childhood story for me that something that I grew up with. Lots of nostalgia. I still like all the characters. It's just tainted a little bit now.
I don't care for it at all. It still feels like mustard gas. Like, just, God, fucking
mustard
fandom.
gas.
Yeah. Now, I started playing last night Shovel Knight Dig. So there are, I think, 3 Shovel Knight games out now. There's the original one. There's another one that's kind of like a puzzle game. I think. I'm not 100% sure. And then there's this one, Shovel Knight Dig. It came out this week. And holy crap, is this game bad.
Really?
in a good way.
Oh, what?
So it's like Hades in
Which you
the
loved.
in the addictive sense.
Oh.
So you remember how I would just put hours and hours and hours into going into different runs in
Yes,
Hades?
you would not put that game down.
I felt the same way last night while I was playing Shovel Knight. Because the game is just okay, you have to dig down and get to the boss. And you have to do it in one run, which it's I'm guessing it's doable. So it doesn't really seem like it's a very long game, especially because it's like 5 areas and each area has only 3 stages with a boss fight. And it's hard. It's actually hard. Like you have the moves that Shovel Knight has in his game, in the original one, but it feels like it's limited. Like there's something about the game that just feels like it's missing. And not in a bad way. Like you can buy abilities to that permanently help you. You know, like you can make it so that you jump higher, that you take more damage, that your hits whenever you hit something gets pushed back even farther. But there's also in like Hades, like you collect the shit going down, and when you die, you lose it permanently. And you collect gems and shit that you can use to buy stuff outside, but you can also use them to buy them in the dungeon when you're exploring. And you got to weigh out, am I going to spend my money here or am I going to save it for when I die and go back up? Because when you die, you also lose money, which you can then recover because it floats around in the stages for you to grab while you're playing. And you know, there's like special abilities that you can find by doing certain challenges, like in Hades. There's certain paths that you can take by finding certain items to take them to those specific areas to open those new paths. And like each run does not feel the same because the whole way down excavating and exploring is like randomly generated. So like the first playthrough was like super easy and I died on something stupid. And then the second playthrough was different and a little bit more harder. And then the third time,
A little bit harder.
whatever. Then the third time, I managed to get like specific items that boosted my health and actually just helped me like blaze through the whole first area, beat the boss, and then get to the second level, the second world or whatever, and get to like the third stage on it, and then died because I did something stupid. And like there's items to heal, to revive yourself mid run. You can buy like upgrades for your health to make your health get bigger, or you can like do, you know, like pay a certain character to take you to a specific part of the dungeon so that you don't have to work your way down there. So it's very, very creative and it's very fun. It basically just took like the Hades gameplay and applied it onto a literal 2D down scrolling game in a way that it makes sense and that is very addictive. So I
Just what you need in another addictive game.
yeah, so this game, wow, I was playing it and I took a break to go to the bathroom and I came back and I look at the clock and it's like 1:30 in the morning. And I'm like, I'm fucked. It's like mid-run. I want to go to bed. And I just play for like another hour more.
This was not a weeknight, right?
No, it was last night.
Oh, last night. Okay.
Yeah, I hadn't had a chance to sit down and play until last night and today. So, yeah, it's great. It's worth it.
That's why you were cranky when I woke you up at 9:30 this morning.
A little bit. So the game is $20, so it's like super affordable, and there's like hours and hours of content in it. Hades is about $30, and it's the same thing. But I feel like Hades is a bit more well developed and deeper than this, and it also has a story. This one is just find the dickhead that stole your shit and take it back. And
Find the dickhead who stole your shit and take it back.
exactly. So
That's a theme song.
yep, that's Shovel Knight's theme song. Mm-hmm. And a lot of characters from the Shovel Knight series show up, so you get to see a lot of familiar faces and all that. So if you know Shovel Knight, you're definitely gonna love this game. And if you don't, it's still a fun time. So this was a really, really solid game. I really like this one. Yeah. All right. So next, what do you have? You have House of Sky and Breath.
Yeah, yes, unfortunately.
What do you got?
So, I don't know if y'all remember, but I got this book the day it came out. Is it? No, it's not one I made you go get for me. I went and got it myself. It was a day that I had a doctor's appointment, I think, and I got to go in there and get it after my doctor's appointment. But it's the second Crescent City book. So Sarah J. Maas, one of my favorites. I'm beginning to question her being one of my favorites.
You don't like her anymore?
So, well, I soft DNF'd this book.
Oh boy.
Like right after I started reading it. I think I maybe made it like 100 pages in, which is nothing in these books because they're long as fuck. And
so what is this game exactly? I mean, this book exactly?
What is this game?
I'm sorry, I was reading something while I was
That's
asking.
okay. It's an urban fantasy, so it's already something I don't like very much.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I read Harry Potter, and that's also urban fantasy, as Burger Champ reminded me. It's really fucking weird. And, like, it's like heisty, crime solvey, fae, werewolf, mermaid shit. And I don't...
And Rick and Morty come in at one point, they're like, you son of a bitch, I'm in.
Oh my gosh. I never looked it up to see if this was true, but I think it is, that it was like Zootopia fan fiction.
By Sarah J. Maas?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't know if that's legit, but it definitely fits the bill if it is. So I don't know. Like, I love A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I love Throne of Glass. But I think she has gotten so popular that she doesn't have a good editor. They just let her have free reign, and she goes crazy. She writes books that are way too fucking long. She is not Stephen King. She thinks she's Stephen King, but like, I feel like these books could be half the length that they are. And I don't know, like, she has fae in every single book series, and I feel like she's completely taken away the special aspect of the mating bond amongst the fae, because she mates every fucking body. Like in this book, the girl's fae, but he is not. He's an angel, and she still mates them. I'm like, what? Like, I don't get it. They're two different species. How are they mating? And just stupid stuff like she got some starlight in her chest from something. I don't even remember what the fuck it was that she did. And he's got like lightning powers, and when they have sex, they make lightning boom boom. And it's just so stupid. And like the first time they had sex was in a gym, and it was just really nasty and stinky, and I don't know. She's like trying to cater to the fans that just want sex all the time. And I love sex. But like the thing that I liked about A Court of Thorns and Roses and Throne of Glass, that was not sex. Because those were also started out as YA series. So there's only like, you know, one or two scenes sprinkled in here and there. Like in Throne of Glass, they don't have sex till like the end of the series. Well, she has sex with other people, but it's not in detail.
So she should just like start writing YA.
I wish she would
treat the books like YA, maybe.
I wish she would stick to her roots and like stick to a good story rather than. Plus, I also feel like the plot line of this book is copycatting the entire plot line of Throne of Glass, because she's running out of ideas, except for Zootopia sex.
You know, this the name of the book is just weird. Like, you know what I picture when I hear House of Sky and Breath?
What?
Like a
Breath
house.
of the Wild.
No, a house with no roof, right? So you see the sky, and there's some dude breathing in your face.
Or there's just lots of wind that blows through.
No, because it's breath.
But it's breath like wind.
No, it's breath.
Wind like breath. It's wind like breath.
No. It's just breath.
It's just the name of the houses of the species. I don't even know.
Like in the Kirby game, it's Breath of the Kirby, also, and Pokemon Legends Arceus is Breath of the Pikachu, like that.
She also thinks that she's George
R.R.
Martin. She's got a million different things going on.
Did she kill many people?
5,000 different characters. No, she doesn't kill very many at all. She often has resurrections or, you know, fake deaths, or like in A Court of Thorns and Roses, the main guy dies, and then boom, he's back to life. Like 2 pages later, they're all Jesus. She can't kill off main characters. She like won't do it. She's incapable. She'll make you think they're dead, and they're never dead. The woman doesn't know anything about the beauty of
Death.
loss.
Oh,
or the fact that people don't have to be mates to be in love.
I mean,
She's completely taken away everything that made a mating bond special because she's given it to everybody. And everybody lives. This one dude,
everyone lives to fuck another day.
No, I was literally listening to the audiobook yesterday, day before yesterday, and one of the guys got his throat ripped out and eaten, and he's still alive. Yes.
Is he a zombie?
No, he's a werewolf.
That doesn't work.
Not
like
a werewolf, a wolf. There's a difference.
That works even less than that.
It's not good. It's really not good.
Oh,
So
boy.
the first book is the first of her books that I gave less than 5 stars. Yeah,
That's crazy.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm
Right,
disappointed.
So a few weeks ago, I talked about Xenoblade Chronicles. I am happy to announce that I finally beat this fucking game.
Woo!
Since it released on Nintendo Switch, I have been playing this goddamn game. And I finally beat it. And I can say, without a doubt, I fucking hate the way these characters look.
Oh, gosh.
None of them looks like they would fit in the story. They all look like regular jerk-offs. They don't look like fucking heroes. Like the heroes there, they don't fucking look like it. Like fucking main character Shulk looks like some Disney Channel douchebag from the early 2000s with a fucking Bieber bowl cut.
That's sad.
And then he has like the fucking Monado, the one sword that can kill anything in the entire planet. Like the characters, I fucking hate the way the characters look. But I like their personalities. I like their drive and whatnot. I just fucking hate how they look. And the story is, it's good. And then in the end, it just fucking takes a left turn that I was not fucking expecting. And I actually like read ahead to see how the story would end and how far I was from ending the fucking game. And I read it and I'm like, this can't be true. Like, this doesn't make any fucking sense. And then I saw it in the game, like, what the fuck? They actually really did do this. And then I was like, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's not terrible. I'll tell you later what the ending is because
Yes, please.
It's just weird. And then the game just goes. It ends, and then there's a side story that's like a year later, and you're helping like the queen of the bird people go back to her kingdom because her kingdom got separated from the world at the end of the game and whatnot. So it's a good game. If I had to give it a score, I would give it like an 8.5.
That's pretty good.
8.5 because actually I did give it a score. Let me see what the fuck I gave this game a score of. Because like I beat this game and I was just sitting there just like watching the ending. I'm like, wow, okay, I finally finished this. What do I think about this game? And let me see. Xenoblade Chronicles 8. I gave it an 8. It also, the game kept fucking dropping me and I had to keep forcing myself to come back to it to finish it. And when I saw that I was so close, I was like, you know what? Let's just fucking steamroll through it and not do any of the side missions. Because there are a lot of fucking side missions in this game. And people really do love this game. And I can understand why and I can respect why people love it. But I will never play this game ever again. I have
Just
played
because
it.
you don't like the way they look?
Just because I don't like the way they look. And also this is a Wii game that got remastered for Switch. So it's a game that has mechanics that are a bit dated. Now there are 2 on Switch, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and 3. Oh, excuse me. Wow. That surprised me. That scared me.
Snuck out on you.
I felt like Luna when she farts while she's sleeping and wakes up.
Oh my gosh, it's so stinky.
Anyways, so yeah, the other 2 newer games in the series have better quality of life elements to it. So I am going to continue the series because I am interested in seeing where they go from here. But this game, it's a good starting point, but I'm happy with just playing it once and never playing it again. Burger Champ was asking about the games because I said like, "Hey, have you ever played these?" He said no, and he said that he was kind of interested. I'm like, "Well, I'm surprised that you have never played this game because you're such an RPG fan, and these games feel like old school RPGs with more modern gameplay styles and sensibilities and shit." And he asked this at like Final Fantasy 12. I said, "Somewhat," and he said, "I love Final Fantasy 12. I'm like, you might like this." And he says, "Can you one shot all the enemies if you grind a lot?" And I said, somewhat, because you will get way stronger than all the enemies in a certain area, but then you'll find like a gatekeeper that's like level 68 and everybody else in that area is like 20 to 24. So you'll have to like go further in the game and then come back and beat his ass. But he's like, "Can you grind for like 15 hours and then kick his ass?" Like, yeah, you can.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's a fun game to grind into because the combat system is not bad. Like, it's like an MMO. You're just throwing commands and you watch your characters do your attacks and shit. So you can get sucked into grinding because it's just like moving the whole time. And it's an 8. This game is an 8. It's good, but I'm never gonna replay it again. You have a last book, right? One that you were excited about.
I do. I finished Love on the Brain. I finished it a couple weeks ago, but I think it was like as we were talking. Was it as we were doing the backlog? Maybe. I don't
think so.
remember.
Like that same day.
I don't remember. Was it that same day? Maybe. But yeah, I finished it. I loved it.
Love on the Brain?
Yeah, I was kind of bummed because it's like the sequel or it's in the same series as The Love Hypothesis. And a lot of authors, when they do that and they have different characters, they'll like link in or bring in the characters from the first book. Like maybe it's a neighbor or just somebody they run into at work or friends that they know that aren't really there. No.
Or they watch a movie and the main character is Adam Driver.
No, Raylo's not there at all. But these two are Star Wars fans, and it's cute. It's not as good as The Love Hypothesis, but it was still very enjoyable. Very enjoyable.
What about it was so enjoyable?
The big sexy broody man. Yeah. And she always has like a nice little plot twist, which I totally saw coming, but it was still entertaining. So yeah, I loved it. Solid 5 stars.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, I feel like you're just gonna keep giving that series 5 stars whenever anything.
Probably.
Comes out, 'cause you love the first one so much.
I can't remember what she said the next book is called, but the title for it was at the end of this one. Love unequivocally or love something. I don't remember. Love theoretically, I think. Yeah, I love it. I'll eat up all of her series, even if all of her heroes are little Adam Driver knockoffs. Yeah.
Did she say that the next one's gonna be another Adam Driver?
No.
You're just assuming that.
Yeah, because this hero, even though it's a different guy, he's described almost exactly the same way, except he has green eyes.
I would love for the hero of the next book to be Han, like old Han, not even young Han.
Fucking
Solo.
old Mark.
Old Mark.
Mark Hamill.
No, Han.
No, it should be
grumpy
Mark
old
Hamill.
man that wants to eat his fucking oatmeal. That's what I want.
Bless
as a hero.
it. He's so old.
He is very old. He's ancient.
Mm-hmm. You know who's ancient?
Mm-hmm.
Ian McKellen.
Yeah.
I worry every time I see something posted about him on Facebook that it's somebody saying he's died.
Oh, boy, you were gonna cry so much.
I'm gonna be devastated when that man dies.
Mm-hmm.
Devastated.
So, anything else about Love on the Brain?
No, I just loved it.
You just loved it.
I just loved it.
That's good. All right, so my last thing that I have is The Legend of Heroes Trials from Zero, Deluxe Edition. I think, because I really have never played the series before, that this is a remake or remaster of a PS Vita game, if I'm not mistaken, that's being released this week. It hasn't come out yet. I got this early from the local store with trades, so I'm happy about that. And I don't know how to feel about this game.
No?
No. So I like the combat, the gameplay, like the RPG turn-based fights, they're fun. You have your characters, you select your commands, they move in a grid and attack whatever enemy you choose to attack. You can build like some meters to do like an attack where the entire team attacks every enemy, or you can release like a special ability to attack the enemies or heal the whole party. You also get the entire party right off the bat, if I'm not mistaken, because you get your main character plus 3 other party members like immediately, like within the first hour, and you're thrown into a dungeon to beat monsters. That part is fine, right? That the whole gameplay loop of fighting monsters and shit, that's fine. That's fun. What I don't what I don't like is that there are like little cutscenes and like the intro video to the game and whatnot looks like it was made on on Adobe Flash.
Oh no!
It's terrible.
What the
It's
hell?
like their hairs are like individually, like each clump was like individually made, and it moves individually from the rest of the characters.
What
It's just
the
like
heck?
fucking terrible. It looks so bad.
Oh my
Like
gosh!
it looks like old fucking Newgrounds animation and shit. It looks awful. It looks
sounds
so
terrible.
fucking bad. But the game itself looks great. Like the characters have this mix of like PS Vita and like modern HD 2D look to them. So they look like chunky 3D models, but in like a 2D environment, but the world is 3D. It's really hard to describe because they kind of look like sprites, but they're chunky 3D models. So like you can see like the edges and like the rounds and shit, and it looks good. It looks really good, and like the story so far, you're a 18-year-old detective that became a cop.
An 18-year-old detective.
You became a cop at 16.
Oh my god!
You got your detective's license at 18. And you moved back to your hometown to be a detective because they hired you to be a detective back in your hometown. And you're leading now the SSS, which is the Special Support Section, which is an overglorified service group. So like, oh, my cat's stuck in the tree.
Oh my
There go the SSS.
gosh.
Oh, I can't find my glasses. There go the SSS. There's monsters to kill. There go the SSS.
I can't.
Oh, this person lost $20. Go find it. That's what they came into town. Like they have like this very horny dude called Randy Orlando.
Oh, it's that game. Oh my
It's
gosh,
Randy
that's
Orlando.
so fucking weird.
I sent you a picture because the dude introduced, like when you first meet the characters, they introduce themselves. And the guy says, let me see. Hi there, I'm Randy Orlando. And then he says, which gets even crazier. My hobbies include the finer things in life, namely flirting with lovely ladies, gambling, and pursuing the latest girly mags.
Really fucking weird.
And then he's like, wow, everybody here looks young. And he asks like one of the girls, and she's like, I'm 18. And he asks him, and he's like, I'm 21. And then they ask like the most serious, mature girl in the entire group, how old are you? And she's like, I'm 14. And they're like, but you can't be a cop until you're 16. What the fuck are you doing here?
Oh my lord.
And then she says, oh, I'm part of the Epstein Foundation.
Are you kidding me? You're shitting me. You're making this up.
I have screenshots on Twitter of it.
You are making this shit up.
I am
You
not.
have to be.
I am not. Look. So I said, because they talk at one point about the Epstein Foundation. Like some old man says, their shelves are lined with things from the Empire, the Republic, liberal. Heck, even from the Epstein Foundation. You name it, and they've got it. See, right there, Epstein Foundation.
Oh my god.
And I tweeted, what does the Epstein Foundation sell exactly? Few minutes later, this character says, I was transferred here by the Epstein Foundation for testing purposes.
Oh, what the hell?
That's the 14-year-old. And I said, so that's what the Epstein Foundation sells. Groomed 14-year-olds.
I am disturbed.
I was too, like every time that they mention it. And that's like this major corporation in the game. And I feel like it's going to end up being the bad guy. I'm like, wow, they could not have picked a better name. The president of the Epstein Foundation did not kill himself.
Pretty amazing.
So yeah, so like there's like those things that are very funny like that, but then there's like the fucking JPEG, like fucking low quality art of the videos and whatnot to it. And you're also playing cops as an 18-year-old, so that's kind of. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna play it some more.
Sounds interesting.
But it's also very slow. I put like 3 hours in, and I haven't fought. I fought for like 40 minutes. And after that, I haven't played anything else that requires fighting. Now I'm just investigating
That
and
requires
finding,
fighting?
Yeah. So I've just found like somebody's wallet and shit and whatnot. But apparently it's the best in the whole series. I do have the following series, like all the games of the following series. I do have them on PlayStation, but I don't know. Like they did like this whole blowout a few months ago, and they're like, hey, all of these Trials games are coming, and they announced all of them. And I was like, oh, now this is my time to finally get all of them on fucking modern consoles, and not pay like $100 for a copy of a PS Vita game. So, yeah. I don't know if I'll continue it. It might be that one that replaces Xenoblade, where I play it a few months, take it out, play it a few months, take it out, play it a few months.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah. So, are you ready for garbage?
I'm ready.
All right, that is Give Me the Garbage. Before we start garbage, I just wanted to say, I don't know if I remembered saying the name of the game, but it's Trials from Zero. Legend of Heroes Trial from
Pretty
Zero.
sure you did.
Did I?
I'm pretty sure you did.
Okay, all right. You want to start garbage then?
This week's restaurant is CrunCheese in Waterford Lakes in East Orlando.
CrunCheese.
CrunCheese. So this place is new.
It's cheap as fuck, too. I fucking love it.
So we actually have my tow truck driver to thank
Yeah?
for when my car broke down. And I guess ultimately your mother for adding me to the AAA account. Thank you. Because that AAA tower dude was really cool.
Yeah.
And we talked about food all the way to the car shop because we're both chunky people who love food. So, yeah, he recommended this CrunCheese place. It's Korean hot dogs, and they're really unique. Really unique. I did not know what the fuck to order, but it turned out really good.
They
Yeah.
were awesome.
So they have several different options that range from like different kinds of cheese to potatoes and cheese. They also have ones that don't have hot dogs in them at all.
It's just like ham and cheese or just pure cheese.
Yeah, or potatoes and cheese or rice cake.
The rice cake, yeah.
So I got a mozzarella dog, which I thought was possibly going to be one of the most repulsive things I've ever eaten, and a potato dog, because that seemed to be one of the most popular things.
That is the most popular, yeah.
And then you also got a potato dog. And
Squid ink dog.
And the rice cake
And
dog.
the rice cake.
Which was just a rice cake.
Oh, that was so good. That shit was incredible.
So you order it, and then once they're made, they call your number, and you get to choose if you want any like toppings, basically. So they've got a condiment menu on display. So for my mozzarella dog, I decided to get garlic Parmesan sauce. And for my potato dog, I got their Flamin' Hot seasoning with jalapeno ranch. Holy shit. That garlic Parmesan was on point.
Yeah.
It was a little zesty. It had like a nice kick to it because of all the garlic. It was really good. And I really liked how the mozzarella, it was half and half. So the top part of it was all just like a mozzarella stick, but like the best mozzarella stick you've ever had in your life. Mozzarella stick on crack. And the bottom half was the hot dog. But it was all like super deep fried, super crunchy. Whew. It was really good. Really good.
I had the potato dog, and the best way for me to describe the potato dog is if you had a Puerto Rican hot dog with the potato sticks, the ketchup, and all that shit, but the potatoes were chunky and still crunchy. So it was like crunchy when you bit into it, and then the insides were soft and steamy, but it was like greasy, like so
They
good.
reminded me of Taco Bell's potatoes. Like
They
the
were way
Fiesta
better.
potatoes, the little
Way
chunks.
better than that.
Well, yeah, they were better, but they still
They were
reminded
still
me like
chunks.
similar size, shape.
Because they're like little cube potatoes.
Yeah.
And when you look
Little
at it,
cube
it
fried
actually just
potatoes.
looks like a corn cob, like a fried corn
Yeah,
cob.
it does, but they're potatoes. So yeah, my potato dog, it was super spicy because of all that. I think next time I would probably not get the flaming hot seasoning on it because I don't know. I feel like it was just kind of unnecessarily hot, but that jalapeno ranch was really good.
Yeah.
And I think I liked the mozzarella dog more. But they were both really, really good. Very flavorful, very filling,
Very filling. Yeah.
very filling. Because I mean, the hot dogs are like jumbo hot dogs.
Those were the regular size.
Really? They felt really big.
They were really big. So one thing that
And they stay on the sticks really well.
that is the thing that I was just gonna say.
Really?
That I appreciate the most out of
It
them.
was amazing.
They don't slide off of the
They
stick.
don't.
The stick is big enough and girthy enough
Yes.
to hold it.
Yes.
It was really good. Like,
And
they're
even
big.
like when you get down to the bottom and you need to like push it up the girth of the stick, it was like grippy enough that it didn't keep sliding down, you know? Like when you can't stick that whole stick in your throat, you're gonna be deep throating the stick. Yeah.
Yep. So the potato dog was great. I had mine with ketchup and mustard, so it went super
Fucking
basic.
Natural weirdo.
Why?
Why wouldn't you go outside the box?
Okay, because mustard for the hot dog, ketchup for the potatoes.
No. Jalapeno ranch.
Fucking weirdo. Anyways, that one was really good. Then the octopus one was no potato, so it was just their coating, so it was super crunchy, and it had mozzarella. This is the squid ink hot dog. Mozzarella, the hot dog, and then the hot dog in the bottom was like cut in four, so it looked like squid legs.
It was weird.
And they were like super crunchy, super weird to chew on, but they were good. And the hot dog itself was like black, like the hot dog. The whole thing was like black and then golden on top from the fry. And honestly, the squid ink didn't taste like anything. I'm guessing it's because it was fried. It lost its flavor from all the oil. The oil was like fucking overpowering it. But I got it with sweet Thai chili. Is that how you say it? Sweet Thai chili?
Yes.
Yeah. So it was super sweet. It was one of the best sweet Thai chilies I've had in a very long time. And that mixed with the mozzarella being all gooey and melty, that was like the bomb. That was super fucking good. Like that whole hot dog was like incredible. And then was the rice cake one. So the rice cake one, they recommend to get it with sugar and was it just sugar and cinnamon?
I
or sugar?
I think just sugar.
Just sugar. So that one was just sugar, and it was like eating a churro, but inside it had gooey, stretchy, soft, delicious rice cake. And it's like the best way to describe this rice cake is like gum.
Yeah.
It's not
Very gummy.
It's not crunchy like you would think a rice cake is that you buy at the store. It's more like a dango, like a Japanese rice treat. So it's like they take the rice, they make it like gooey and gummy, and they just keep beating it until they make like a paste, and then that paste is what it is. That I really, really fucking liked. I think that is the best way I've ever had fucking rice in that texture in my life.
I wasn't a huge fan of that one. I thought it was kind of weird, but
You
was
liked
still
it
good.
more than when we went to Sapporo and we
Yes.
got dango, and you didn't like that.
I liked it a lot more than that.
Also, the dango in Sapporo, they had like a sweet soy sauce that they would put all over it. That was it. It wasn't a quiet taste.
It was very off-putting. Very,
a quiet
very
taste.
off-putting.
So, I love CrunCheese. I love the amount of food you got for the price, and I love the flavor of the food.
It was awesome.
So this is a straight up garbage for
Yep.
me.
Most definitely. Agreed.
Garbage.
I want to go back already.
Oh my god, yes I do. I finished eating it and I wanted to go back in and get more.
They were popping.
Yeah, they were.
They were really popping.
And it's funny because my sister's boyfriend, We were supposed to hang out on Friday. He's like, oh, my mom wants to go to Horror Night and whatnot, so we can hang out tomorrow. I'm like, all right, that's cool, fine, whatever. So we went and did Doom shopping for the hurricane. And then we decided to stop there to get some food because, our plans were to go get food at Costco, but it was impossible. So we went to CrunCheese, and we're standing in line, and I get a call from him. He's like, are you in Waterford? I'm like, yeah. I was like, I just saw you. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like, yeah, I just walked by and saw you. You're in CrunCheese. I'm like, yeah. He just walked by, pops right in. So when we got the food and we went outside, he was FaceTiming my sister and my dad. And my dad saw the hot dogs. And then today I was talking with my dad on the phone, and he's like, well, I want to go to that place. I want to have those so bad. Are they like corn dogs? How are they? What are they?
Way better than corn dogs.
I'm like, well.
Way better. Knock your socks off.
And then he's like, oh, I want to go to this place, and I want to go to this place, and I want to go to this place. I'm like, okay, but, just take it easy. It's a lot of places we got to go.
We need to build up a Your Parents Are Coming fund.
Yeah, it's probably going to be like $2,000 just to go eat.
No, don't say that, please.
Oh, man.
Shoot me now.
It's going to be a lot of places.
They can go places without us if they have to.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I want to go to Papalozzi, and I want to go to Hot Dog Heaven, and I want to go to here, and I want to go there.
At least Hot Dog Heaven is not expensive, but no. Papalozzi is another situation.
Yeah. Woo! Miss Papalozzi.
I know. It's shit. It's been
since my
2
birthday.
months since we ate there. More than 2 months.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yep.
That sucks.
All right. So anything else you want to say, or you want to end the episode?
No, it was totally garbage. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.